Today I'm going to be going through some recent sales that I've had. Everything I'm showing you in today's video sold on Poshmark in less than 30 days after listing it for more than $25. As with all of my what sold videos, I'll put lots of details over here so you can see everything you would want to know about each sale. How much the item sold for, how much Poshmark took out in fees, how much I paid for the item, and then how much I profited on each sale. So first, let's talk about Miss Me jeans. So I listed 3 pairs of Miss Me jeans at $35 each. So first is this pair. They sold 6 days after listing for my full asking price, which was $35. And then this other pair sold 12 days after listing, also for full asking of $35. And then finally, the third pair sold 27 days after listing. I sent out an offer. I had them listed at $35. I sent out an offer for $28 with $2.12 shipping discount, and someone accepted. All of these Miss Me jeans were picked up by my sister. Thank you, Cassie. She knows I like selling Miss Me jeans, so when she goes out to garage sales, if she finds them for less than $5, she picks them up for me. So I paid $5 for all 3 pairs of these, and that means in total I profited $61 on these 3 pairs of jeans. With Miss Me's, you want to check the hems, make sure they're not tattered, like if they're too long and people are stepping on them. So make sure the hem is intact. Also check the back of the jeans to make sure they're not missing a lot of the stones or threading. I would be cautious if they don't have beading on the back. Here is an example of a pair of jeans that I had from Miss Me's that had no beading or embellishments, and they sat for me and sold for a very low price. So I tested it out with that one pair and didn't have very good luck. But like I said, with these 3 other pairs, they sold very quickly for good profits. Next, let's continue with a couple more pairs of jeans. These next 2 pair of jeans were both jeans I got in my DIY denim box. If you missed that video, it is the last video I uploaded. I unboxed a 50-pound DIY denim box, and these were the 2 best pairs in that box. So first is this pair of J. Crew raw Selvedge denim jeans. I will definitely be on the lookout for these. I'll write the word here. Raw Selvedge is what you should look for. These got 2 or 3 likes, and they sold in 11 days for $32 with a shipping discount of $2.46. So if you factor in how many jeans I kept from the DIY denim box, with the cost of the box, I paid $4.13 for these jeans, and I profited $19.02. Next are these mother jeans. So this was the Rascal ankle style in a size 29, and I did have quite a few people liking this listing, but I wasn't getting any offers. So after 12 days, I sent out an offer for $42 and a $2.46 shipping discount, and someone accepted. So after my cost of goods, I made $27.02 profit on the mother jeans. I will definitely pick up mother whenever I find it, although I have never found it in Iowa. I should have caveated that at the beginning. I do live in Iowa, so there's nothing, I think there's only one item in here that I would consider designer. I don't know if mother's designer, maybe that's on the edge. But pretty much everything in this video are things you should be able to find anywhere in the US, and I can find them in Iowa where we have basically no designer items. So if I ever find mother in the wild in Iowa, I'll be surprised but also very happy. I've had 2 mother items in the past, and both of them I got in ThredUp DIY denim boxes. Speaking of designer, this next item is a designer item. It is a pair of Tory Burch riding boots. I had these listed at $150, and I received an offer for $100 9 days after listing the boots, and I accepted that offer. I picked these up as well as 2 other pairs of Tory Burch boots on Facebook Marketplace, and I paid $20 each. So like I said, I sold them for $120. Poshmark took $24 in fees. I paid $20, so I made a $76 profit on these boots. Definitely look out for Tory Burch. Again, I've never found this like at a Goodwill or a thrift store in Iowa, but I did pick these up in Iowa off of Facebook Marketplace. All right, now we're gonna continue with some more shoe sales. So next we have these Fry clog mules. I have sold Fry boots before. They've sold very quickly for me for good profit. I wasn't sure about these shoes since they aren't boots, they're a little bit different, but they did sell well and they sold quickly. So I will keep picking up Fry no matter what style it is. I'll pick it up and see how it does. So this pair sold in 11 days. I sent out an offer for $38 with a $2.46 shipping discount. And so I made about a $22 profit on these shoes. All right, next up are these 2 pair of Allen Edmonds shoes. I picked these up at the same store, same day. They're sitting right next to each other. I paid $5.59 per pair. And I had a lot of interest in the cognac ones, so the reddish colored ones, and the black ones, I really didn't have any interest in them. The cognac ones, I think I listed these like at like $95 or $100 each, and I got an offer for the cognac ones. Like I got like a $40 offer, a $50, a $60, a $40. Like I think I got 3 or 4 offers between $40 and $60. And I declined them because I had just listed them and I was getting these offers, so I knew that these were in demand. Then I had someone come along and bundle both pairs of Allen Edmonds 26 days after listing. And yeah, so they bundled both of them and I sent them an offer for $120 with free shipping. The reason I did this was, again, I didn't have much interest in the black pair, and $60 was the highest offer I'd gotten on the other. So I thought if he wants them both for $120 plus a shipping discount, I'll be happy to take that. And he accepted. So they sold 26 days after listing, and I made about a $70 profit in total on those 2 pairs of shoes. So those were definitely a great flip. Allen Edmonds is a brand I am keeping my eye out for. I do have 1 other pair listed, and I've had like basically no interest. So I definitely think that the style is important to look at. These were the Park Avenue style and they did really well. The other pair I've listed are the Walden, I think, or Warden or Walden, and they're not doing as well. And I will say, I actually saw 4 pairs of Allen Edmonds the other day at a different thrift store, but they all were destroyed. Like the heels were falling apart, or there was like no, well, one of them, the back of the heel, just like the layers were coming apart. And then another one, there was like a hole in the bottom of the shoe. So I was a little bit disappointed. I was like, oh, I found 4 pairs and they're all destroyed. Next is this pair of Beta brand boots. So I picked these up and I was very proud of myself because these don't say Beta brand anywhere. I just recognize them from the symbol. So I picked these up and I listed them high because there were hardly any sold on Poshmark and hardly any listed. And I know Beta brand is a really popular brand right now. So I listed them really high, like I think around like 80 or 90. And then I wasn't having very much interest, so I dropped the price down to maybe $70. I really can't remember exactly, but at some point I got a like. I got a like on the listings and I sent out an offer to the likers for $58 with a $2.12 shipping discount, and someone accepted. So those also sold 26 days after listing. I paid $8.09 for the boots, and I made a profit of $36. So next up are these Ariat boots. I knew these would sell quickly for a good profit because they always do for me, and I did pay up. I paid $15 for these. I started them, I think, at $60. After a couple of weeks they hadn't sold, so I dropped the price to $50, and I ultimately got an offer for $40 and I accepted. So they sold it for $40 25 days after listing them. Again, I paid $15. Poshmark took $8 in fees. I made a $17 profit. This next brand, I had never picked it up before and I had never heard other people talk about it. It is the brand Taos. So I picked up this pair of sneakers because the comparable sold listings on Poshmark looked good. They were a size 11 in women's. They were in good condition. I paid $7 for them and they sold less than 24 hours after listing them for my full asking price of $38. Obviously, I'm going to be on the lookout for these in the future. They sold, like I said, for my full asking price in less than 24 hours. So I made a $23 profit on these shoes. All right, 2 more pairs of shoes and then we'll get back to some other items. So these next 2 pairs of shoes both sold for me today. This morning I sold these 2 pairs of shoes and they were 2 great sales to get the day started. So first were these pair of Cole Haan loafers. Let me know down below your experience with Cole Haan. I feel like this is a brand that I've heard a lot of people say they have bad experience with. I see it often, I pass on it all the time. But I recently decided I was gonna pick up a couple pairs and give them a try and see how they did for me. So I decided to pick up these loafers because they were in like new condition, and I was shocked this morning when they sold for my full asking price. So they sold this morning for $45. I paid $7 for them and I made about a $30 profit. So I have 1 other pair of Cole Haans listed. We'll see how those do, and I'll definitely be continuing to test these out because obviously this one turned out well for me, and hopefully I can keep having luck with Cole Haan because I do see it a lot at the thrift stores around me. The final pair of shoes are these Brooks running shoes. So I had these shoes listed at $65 and I got an offer this morning for $60. These did have some wear, so they have a little bit of pilling in the back of one shoe, and then they have a little bit of tearing on the rubber, and they still sold for $60. So I paid $6 for these, and after fees, I made a profit of $42. I know Brooks is a brand to be on the lookout for, and I wasn't sure if these would sell as well because of some of the flaws, but they obviously sold for a really good price, and those sold 13 days after listing them. So both the Cole Haans and the Brooks I listed 2 weekends ago, and they both sold today. Okay, so the next 6 items I would put in the category of be cautious with these brands. They don't all sell well. So each of these brands, I have other items listed that have been sitting, but these 6 items sold quickly and for a good profit. So first is this pair of Not Your Daughter's jeans. They were capris and the Dayla style. The reason I picked these up is because they were brand new with tags. So Not Your Daughter's jeans you definitely need to be particular with. There are for sure styles that do not sell very well. I picked these up because they were brand new and they were $5. I had them listed at $35, and I sent out an offer to likers for $30 with a $2.12 shipping discount, and I had a buyer accept. So those sold 15 days after listing, and I made about a $17 profit. The next pair of jeans are a very similar story. They are a pair of jeans from the brand BKE, and they were brand new with tags. So I don't pick up everything BKE that I find, but certain styles, and if it's brand new, then I will consider picking it up. So I bought these for $11, so I definitely paid up, but I have sold a couple pair of the men's jeans from BKE in the past, and they've sold quickly for around $25. So I figured since they were brand new, I could sell them for a little bit more, and thankfully that is exactly what happened. So I sold them for $33, 15 days after listing them, and so I made a profit of just over $15 on them. Next is another pair of BKE jeans. These are in the Dakota style. They were not brand new with tags, but I did pick them up for a little bit lower for $5, and they sold for $25 10 days after listing them. Thank you to my mom. My mom actually picked these up for me. She went thrifting one day. She had a half day, and so she decided to go thrifting, and then she was texting me, asking me if I wanted any of the things she was finding. And these BKE jeans were one thing she found that I told her, yeah, for $5, that looks like a good style. They're in like new condition. They have no hem wear, no signs of wear. So again, she picked those up, and they were a perfect sale, sold just in 10 days for $25. Next up is this pair of J brand jeans. There's probably a lot of you watching that think, oh, J brand, I wouldn't pick that up anymore. And I'm definitely cautious on J brand. I have at least one other pair listed that have been sitting for a few months now with very little interest. Let me see how many pairs I have. Okay, so I have 2 pairs of J brand jeans listed that have been listed for more than 2 months and have not sold. So again, be cautious, but this pair did sell for me 18 days after listing. They sold for $25 with a $2.12 shipping discount, and I made a profit of $12 on them. All right, now we have 3 items left, and these are not jeans and shoes, so we're gonna change it up a little bit. Next is this Eileen Fisher vest. Eileen Fisher is again a brand that I'm particular on. I don't pick up everything from them anymore because I've learned that not everything sells fast just because it's Eileen Fisher. So this Eileen Fisher vest sold 25 days after listing for $25 with a $2.12 shipping discount, and I paid $4 for it and profited just under $14. And then the final item, and the brands that I wouldn't always pick up, but certain items can do well, is this Free People dress. I think we all know not everything by Free People sells well or sells quickly, but this dress did sell quickly for me, and it sold to a viewer. So Melissa, thank you so much for your purchase. She said she had this dress in the past in a different colorway, and she was very excited about the purchase. I had it listed at $35. She sent me a $25 offer, and I accepted. I paid $5.69 for this dress, and I profited just over $14. The final item really shocked me. So it is this white dress from the brand Maury Lee, and it had like 5 or 6 little dots on it. They were very light and hard to see, but they were there, and I took pictures of them, put them in the listing. I didn't know what to list this dress at. I thought on one hand, if someone is looking for a wedding dress, they would definitely be willing to pay up. But because it has so many spots on it, and I just don't know if like a short dress with a black tie is gonna be that popular for a wedding. So I was like, I'll just start it at $50 and see what happens. It sold in 48 hours for my full asking price of $50. So I had someone message me and she said she has been looking for this exact type of dress for her wedding. This was the end of January and she said she was getting married in February. So she messaged me and said, can you please ship this out as soon as possible? This is exactly what I've been looking for. So it sold for $50, like I said, less than 48 hours. I paid $5.69 for this. I picked it up in a buyout from another reseller, the same with that Free People dress, the last item I showed. So anyways, I sold it for $50, shipped it out quickly. She gave me a 5-star review. I made a $34 profit and I am happy, my buyer's happy. Like, this is just a great sale all around. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more What Sold videos, I will have one linked in a pinned comment down below, as well as in the description, as well as right here. So if you want to go check out another What Sold video, go ahead and check out this video. And my channel is mostly about Poshmark, although I am starting to branch out. I've had some sales in the last couple of weeks on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. So I'll be talking about that in future videos. So if you would be interested in videos about Poshmark or the other platforms, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys all for watching and stay tuned because I'll have a new video out soon.